Hello, I'm Jan Gonzalez, Technical Support Representative here at Sargent Manufacturing. Today we're going to walk through how to retrofit hex key dogging into a PE80 series rail. The parts we're going to need today is going to be the dogging slope, the dogging cam, the dogging bushing, and our bracket. And then you'll need, of course, a screwdriver and a 7/32 Allen wrench. So the first step in doing the retrofit is taking off our insert. So inside the rail, under the insert is an insert holder. It looks like this. You can just remove that. Then we can slide our insert right out. Then on the opposite end, there will be carrier tabs that you just push into the rail itself, and then it'll allow you to slide this carrier assembly out. Once the carrier assembly is out, we're going to look for our dogging slope screws, which will be here, and then on the opposite end will be on the same side. First, we're going to have to remove these two screws. And then we can flip the rail over and do the other side. Now once our screws are off, we can remove our standard slope. So today I'll be using our 18 prefix dogging indicator slope, and we will need to grab our parts. So first step to assemble the slope will be to insert the hexagonal piece into the cam, leaving the circular part above. Then we grab our slope and insert the cam into the circle slot down below. Then you want to make sure that your cam is facing the left side. And then the final portion is this little bracket. We're going to make sure that the thinner end is over our screw hole and the curved end is hitting our dogging cam. Then we're going to make sure we're holding these in place. We're going to push down on our rail. You're going to place your slope in the slot. Then you must make sure that the dogging cam is flush down below at the carrier assembly. So if you see, there is no gaps here. And then we can just begin putting our screws back on. So we flip it over to do the other two screws. You might have to push it down a little bit just to make sure that the holes are lined up. Now, before we reinsert our carrier assembly into our rail, we're going to make sure that the dogging mechanism works. So we are going to push down on our rail, grab our 7/32 Allen wrench, and twist over to the left. Now we see our rail hasn't come back up. And we can also see our dogging indicator. We are then going to release the rail by turning to the right, and our rail comes back up. We can then begin to place our carrier assembly back into the rail. Remember to make sure nothing is getting snagged on the way in. And then just push all the way until you hear a snap. So the next step will be to reinstall our insert, but make sure that these tabs are facing towards the inside of the rail. You want to place that inside and push until you hear the snap. And then the final step would be to put in your insert holder, which is just slotting that into there. And that's all set. Now, that was retrofitting hex key dogging into a PE80 series rail. If you need further support, you can give us a call at 1-800-727-5477. Option 2 is tech support, and then option 4 after that is exit devices. You can also send us an email at techsupport.sargent@asaabloy.com. Thank you.